Greetings, Geekosphere. There are fans out there who really want a Black Widow movie. If you're not entirely convinced, I'm Danny Danger, and I've got 7 reasons why we need a Widow movie. The first and obvious reason, we all want to know about the red in Natasha's ledger. We all want to know more about her past. How many bad things did she do? She's gonna work for S.H.I.E.L.D. How long is she gonna be atoning for that past? Age of Ultron promises to reveal a lot about Natasha's past, and that'll be great, don't get me wrong, but I think it'll just be a teaser. It's not enough. The second reason, Marvel is notorious for using one movie to introduce a whole slew of other characters, and Natasha has some really great opportunities for some great character development. Let's not forget about Clint Barton, whom I love, and she has great chemistry with. Hopefully we'll see more about Clint, but other characters that could be introduced in a Black Widow movie include Captain Marvel Carol Danvers, Spider-Woman, She-Hulk, Matt Murdock, who's going to have a series on Netflix, so, I mean, that makes perfect sense. We could get really off the hook crazy and make some references to the Asgardian Valkyrie, Medusa, Lady Liberators, anybody? What? If you're a fan of the Black Widow comic book, you'll probably be keeping your eyes peeled for Natasha's best frenemy, Yelena Belova. It'll be awesome. I actually just caught her in the currently running Black Widow title written by Nathan Edmondson, with whom we have an interview next Wednesday, the 21st at 5 p.m. Central Time. What? The third reason we need a Widow movie? Nat's sense of humor. I would love to see her step on more bad guys moments. That sarcasm? And are you reading Secret Avengers right now? Because she's hilarious. Someone give that girl a microphone and some scones. It's a martial art. She's mastered it. Speaking of martial arts, Nat's mastered. The fourth reason Nat needs a movie? Her martial arts expertise. The Marvel Movie Wiki states that she is a master of different types of kung fu, different types of karate, savate, which is a French boxing style, and lucha libre. Come on, Natasha Romanoff as a luchador. Where did she learn to fight like a luchador? How is this not something that needs to be in a movie? I feel really passionately about this. Being a living weapon can have very long-term repercussions on the human body, and that's nothing compared to the emotional toll that it must take on Natasha to fight people all the time. I want to know more about that. I want to see more into how this affects her psyche and her physical health. I found it really interesting that general internet consensus is that most of the moves that she uses in the past Avengers franchise movies have been Northern Shaolin style Kung Fu, which incidentally enough is one of the major influences for how the firebenders move. And I know that Black Widow is not a firebender, but headcanon, Natasha firebending, Natasha firebending. Number 5, the ultimate ship. Captain America Winter Soldier movie spoilers down below, and also book spoilers too. At the end of the last movie, we see Bucky starting to regain his memories. In the comic book, he eventually comes to and actually steps up to the plate to become Captain America after Captain America dies. He and Black Widow team up quite a bit because they have a lot in common. They both have a dark past, working and basically being brainwashed by other organizations like Hydra, the KGB. They have so much in common. They become friends. They relate. They get together. I'm just saying, I would love to see in the movie, Natasha takes Bucky in, helping to rehabilitate him on the DL, of course, because he's wanted. There's some fireworks. Maybe there's some romance. I ship it, you guys. Number 6. Obviously, the Avengers franchise is a white dude fest. Don't get me wrong. Marvel in particular has introduced us to some amazing female characters. Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be amazing. Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique, I could die. And of course, Lady Sif, Peggy Carter, and Canary from the Arrows TV show. They're out there. It can be done well and with finesse. So telling us that it just doesn't make sense is kind of a cop-out. If it doesn't seem like a big deal, consider the messages that are being sent by some of these male lead superhero titles and the covers of the movies. This is ridiculous. Natalie Portman has such a high IQ, she could kill everyone on that set with her brain. Number 7. Marvel and Scarlett Johansson have said that they want to see a Black Widow movie if the fans want to see a Black Widow movie. So this is me telling Marvel that I desperately want a Black Widow movie. And if you agree with me, Tweet this video, write at them, tag them. Let's just get right in their faces. Let's go Firefly with this movie. The fans want it, and you have to help me speak up and tell them what we want. Before we respond to some fantastic comments, be sure to like this video, share, subscribe. We talk about comics all the time. We talk about cosplay, Disney Star Wars, tabletop games, video games. We talk about everything cool. I got some amazing comments on my video, The Critique Heard Around the World, and the amount of love and support that I've gotten for the female geeks out there and for just speaking my mind has been really moving, you guys. Paul Lau made a really good point about men being seemingly more accepting of unrealistic portrayals of their own gender. And he seemed okay with it, but I don't know that I necessarily am. I mean, ask yourself, should every teenage girl in the world expect every guy that she dates to look like Chris Evans in Captain America? I mean, he doesn't wake up that oily every day. Can you imagine sharing a bed with Captain Oily? Gross. It is really important for us to make the distinction between fictionalized characters and real people. But this is also Teen Titans. It's a book written for teenagers. Kids in reality have a very finicky relationship. When I was 5, I thought the Hardy Boys were real, and I really wanted to marry Frank. When I was 12, I thought I was practically obese because everybody on Buffy the Vampire Slayer was a size 4 and I was a size 12. Kids don't necessarily understand the difference between reality and what's on TV. Also, I do not like the unnecessary change in Amanda Waller's physique. Not needed. Not needed. Holly Bilski, I am so glad that you can use the F word, feminist, with pride. It's people like you that make me happy to talk about the things that I talk about on this channel, because change will not happen unless you call for change. Finally, I can use my superhuman ability to lose control of the volume of my voice for the ultimate good. A special thanks, as always, goes out to Austin Books and Comics for letting us just sit in the presence of this beautiful Natasha statue. She's watching me. She's watching me, guys.